Okay. Well, I tried to raise the chat on the phone and got my
Protecting nature begins with you.
commercials.
Defend the natural world you love by donating to the
No,
nature.
no, that's okay. Thank you.
Protecting nature begins with you.
Commercials.
Defend the natural world you love by donating
Let's
to the
get this figured out. Hold on a second. The fastest, easiest is just to turn the sound off. Of course, I will not be able to hear the phone. But until I get the, where is the sound on the video, which is usually something you can see clearly. Speaker symbol, where is the speaker symbol? There's no speaker symbol, it's impossible. Well, I'll say hello. Okay, make it full screen, and now it says live. Autoplay is off. So where's the sound? No. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen. How come I don't see it on my own show? I don't understand it. But darlings, we're here, and I will at least be able to connect with you on chat here as soon as I make the screen small again so I can see a chat. Oh, good, great, clear it all. Give me the computer. The doing things on the phone to me is just, I know we all do it nowadays, or most of us do, but it's really not my favorite device at all. Let's go to my channel. I think that's where we start. That's my screen. Yeah, okay, I see me. Mr. Sater, there you are. Mobile YouTube doesn't have its own sound function. Thank you. Here I'm looking for something and I couldn't see you. I just did now. I couldn't see it until just now. But I see now. And thank you. Hi. So at some point, not sure what time, but sometime this afternoon, the maintenance guy Bruce is going to be up again because my thermostat needs to be recalibrated because the highest heat setting is actually more like a candle. So it was chilly, not horrible or anything, you know. I get enough hot sweats where I can get through it. So it got chilly last night. This morning it was too cold to take a shower. So because there's no heat in the bathroom, you really depend on the rest of the apartment supplying the heat. And so it's like I feel like one of those. I feel like a cat on a cold day. I don't want to get my fur wet. My AC is just doesn't want to exist. I'm not sure about my eyes here. A/air conditioning is just. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Oh, yes. Well, this is not the AC, it's the heater. It's the thermostat on the wall. Because the building is 40 years old, they don't have a replacement for what they installed originally. I had original equipment in here. And it's the thermostats there's 3 thermostats in here. There's a main control, but the actual allowing and how much hot water to flow through the pipes in the bedroom, the living room, and the kitchen is different. So my kitchen on the highest setting, that one was like, well, this is a comfortable, toasty, warm. It's not putting out a huge amount of heat, but right now it's okay. But the rest of it was like, well, ice cold, and okay, got a candle going over there, and maybe 1.5 candles over here, which is why I'm wearing my teddy bear sweater. Yeah, well, the cooling is an actual window unit. It's an air conditioner stuck in the wall. So if anything happens, they could just take that whole thing out and put another one in. As a matter of fact, all winter, I live with the cable on the floor because there's no place for the cable to go. It plugs in right over there next to it. So I have to tell you that I really do love this apartment. I love the exact location of this apartment. I love the views, love the windows, but it was poorly designed inside in terms of like the shelving, which is zero, pretty much zero. They did manage 2 closets that are pretty good. I'm really glad with like my hall closet where, you do the winter coat hanging and all that. It's got my mop and brooms, that kind of thing in there. That's actually ample. And I've got this big cart I use for my laundry, that big wheelie thing, and can make the racks go up kind of like at a laundromat, although those racks never come down. So you can hang your clothes up. Because half my stuff is hang to dry, so I do it downstairs and I bring it upstairs and hang it in the bathroom. Nevertheless, I really do love it here. So I just have to find more and more ways to work around the problems that exist because of the way it's done. Let me say that a lot more kitchen utensils are being hung on the wall than I ever planned. I mean, I love the idea of hanging up my pans. As a matter of fact, that's what I need to do. I need to ask maintenance man Bruce if he can drill a hole on one of the handles on my pans so I can hang it up. I don't have, it's kind of like just, sheetrock walls. It's not like they're old-fashioned, heavy-duty lathe and all that. So it's, you put something in the wall, you can pretty much count on it falling out, unless it's going to open up in the back, I forget what those things are called, but the ones that open up behind, like you drill it in and it goes boom. That way you can't pull it out unless you really make a mess of your wall. But with my luck, I'll drill the kitchen, it'll go out in the hallway. Oh, wouldn't that be embarrassing? Yeah, exactly. Some are more quirky than others. So this definitely has quirks, and I'm just learning to live with them. But then I'm a quirky tenant. So today I got another person joined the meditation group, and she's an experienced meditator, but her stuff is like an hour. She works with a group of 6. They go on a walk. They do a walking meditation. I mean, it's like a whole for about an hour, hour and a half, and that's pretty cool. We don't do that here. I said, no, this is going to be more like we use a centering exercise, a quick mindfulness, 3 times 3, just focusing, take a breath, exhale 3 times to just settle down, and then we do a visualization. And so I asked her some questions about what she did, and she reminded me, like, they use a bowl, and they do the 3 taps in the bowl. And I said, I have a harmony chime I forgot about, which I always keep with me. It's always on my shelf, but we haven't used that since like the Intuitive days. So I will be bringing that to the meditations every Thursday now. So I was asking about the community. Yeah. Me too. But I had forgotten at the time. So, because it's a different kind of a setup. Like one of the people, I just cherish her. She is like almost completely deaf. So when I am doing this meditation, I can't go into a nice meditative voice because she can't hear me at all. So I sit right next to her so I can be loud, but the guy on the other side of her has no hearing problems whatsoever. So if I'm too loud, it could be too disruptive for someone with good hearing. So it's been trying to find a balance, and I'm not used to doing things with live people anymore. I mean, obviously you're alive, but in a group face to face. And so it's different. We've been doing things here for so long in, my style. And we do so many different things besides meditation. So even when we were not doing art, just doing the cards and life coaching and talking about psychic things and pointing out the scam of the week or hairball of the week. All that stuff, is going to come back. Hold on 1 second. That could be the very person I was just talking about.
Hello.
Okay, I'm live right now,
Okay.
but I just wanted to ask you, is this going to be like all 3 again, or just this main one?
It's probably gonna be over here. I can't test it right now because the circulators are off. It's too warm outside again.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do it tomorrow?
I can do it tomorrow if you'd like.
Tomorrow's Friday, and yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow after we do well, you can come up here and do it while I'm downstairs doing the coloring, or
Okay.
if you have that in your schedule.
All right.
Perfect.
We'll figure something out. We
Yeah.
may have to purge it. I'm not sure.
Oh,
It could
like
be
there might be
there
some
in the
air
water.
in there.
So
Yeah, because it's pretty much dead in there, and it's just like a candle or two in here, and that's where you get a little bit of warm.
Okay.
So it might be
It starts
here.
there and goes that way.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's warmer there,
Yeah.
but
So.
by the time it gets there, it's not really getting there.
Okay.
Okay, tomorrow's
All right.
good.
Well, we'll figure something out tomorrow. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, Bruce.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
You too. Okay. Tomorrow. Okay, so the thing about our heating system is it's not something you can, it's either on or off. Let's put it that way. You can turn it on for the season, you turn it off for the season. Outside of that, it's controlled by the outside temperature. So I can turn my thermostat up all I want, but if it's 60 degrees outside, it will not turn on. If it goes below 60, I can turn it on. The hot water will be available to circulate throughout the building. So it's a really, it's an amazing system, really. It's extremely efficient when you think about it. They don't have to worry about somebody being in the building. The idea is to ensure that any senior in the building will never be cold, because if it, their thing is it can't be 55 degrees indoors if you're old. That's just too cold for old people. So as soon as this thing gets to below 60, boom, heat starts coming up. Very automatic. Oinkness, hi. The satyr got his box. Did your box arrive yet? I'm back to looking at this conversation on InnerTube. Okay. I have to do this. I just have to. We have to see how it goes before I go back to the rocks. Actually, I might just do work on this right now instead of taking the paint out today, because tomorrow we're going to have plenty of time for that, because my counselor canceled my appointment for tomorrow at noon because she had a death in the family. So after wishing her, well and all that, I realized, well, that means my calendar is clear, which means I'll have a lot more time with you. But what we're going to do in the morning is I'm going downstairs. We've had a problem, and this was really starting to talk about, with community. This is what I was asking the group about today, especially one person that came to the group has been here for 30 years. Another one's been here 8 years. So we just had a shakeup where the building manager just quit or got fired. We don't know. She disappeared. And since she was an extremely supportive of the community person, but budget cuts ended a lot of stuff that was going on before I got here. I asked, well, what is keeping everybody from getting together and just doing our own thing? There used to be, there used to be a weekly potluck dinner where everybody cooked something, brought it to the community room, and then, feast time. And I was like, really? Well, that's certainly nothing that management has to deal with. I mean, we can do all that stuff. We're all very organized people. I'm sure we can organize a little event like that. And they said it's not about the management. This is about the people who won't leave their apartments. That since the COVID began, since COVID got here, we had the mandatory lockdowns where people were terrified of spreading it through the buildings, so people just literally, just camped out in their apartments. And but now, even though, obviously there's still health threats out there, but some of us are wearing masks around the groups, others don't, and right now it's a personal decision. No one's being forced to do anything, and this is a private apartment building. It's not like it's a group home or anything, or a government-run home. It's actually not public housing, so they don't have to do anything like that. So today was a learning experience, though. I also found out that we have 2 security cameras on the front and back doors, and they are available to all of the residents on television. If I had a television, I would be able to see the security. I'd be able to know who was pressing the buttons to get in. And I'm like, oh, you can see everybody else. She said, I was on the split screen. You turn on the channel 9 or whatever, and then you see both cameras. I said, well, it's news to me that we even had 2 cameras, so that's good to know. But, I mean, not like I'm doing weird shit on the camera or anything, but this does leave other things open. No. So my idea is to get more people here. Meg, hi. Oh, okay, like, no mail yet. Welcome, honey. Look at my favorite people and mods are here. I love your picture, Meg. A little face. No, it's got to be television for some reason. I don't need cable, but it has to be a television plugged into the system or something. So it's like, I'll find out more. Right now we only have an assistant who was planned on starting at the end of this month when Heather was still here, but Heather's gone, and they're looking for a replacement for her, which is the general property manager. So the assistant is here, but she's still learning about everything. So I'm not going to badger her. You know, I was amazed that when I went to say hello to her today, because I had to go downstairs for the meditation, that she remembered my name. It's like, you only heard it once. Pretty good. All right. I like you, Tanya. Okay, Seder. So anyway, once everybody is here and we actually know what's going on a little bit more, I'm going to ask about that because I do have a laptop. I mean, I don't want anything on all the time anyway, and I'm not paranoid about people coming in and out of this building, but it would be nice actually to have something on in the background where you could see the comings and goings. Who's here? You know, especially like when I hear a commotion and it pisses me off outside, because I'm facing the back door. And I would need a camera to see the front door for sure. I mean, there's nowhere I can go in the building and see the front. As I said, it didn't even occur to me that you could. Okay, so when I went to put these little eyeballs in this container, the static electricity was insane and very funny because these eyeballs were dancing around like Mexican jumping beans. And they were sticking to the sides of the plastic inside, you know, and they're just hanging there. And it's like, what the hell? You look really strange. Actually, you know what this reminds me of is tadpoles. When frogs lay their eggs, you know, and it's just like a bunch of bubbles, looks like, but it's jellies. And then they start to develop and you see the little black dot and everything. And that's kind of like that. It's the tadpoles before they start to get past their nucleus. So I'm going to be experimenting with the glues. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for my lash, but better. But we're going to try this today because it's just too funny. And anything that makes me laugh is a good thing. Toss them in the freezer. Oh, really? Oh, I forgot about that trick. I learned about that trick with plastic wrap right after I discovered a different plastic wrap that has the little slide cutter instead of having to bring it over teeth. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Thank you. Well, if I ever get the urge to do 400 little tiny eyes on my face, then we'll know to get rid of the static first in the freezer. Okay, this is the weird gel. So I don't know how quickly this is going to work or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But here we go again. Let me find placement first because, oh God, this is what I was thinking. No, you cannot put eyes on Toeblarina. It's just too weird. Oh dear. A little closer together. Make a cross-eyed. Oh, that'd be terrible. A cross-eyed toe? Don't toes have enough challenges? I'm trying to get an idea. Where do I want to put the eyelashes? Because what if I skip the eyes and just put eyelashes, which is actually more in alignment with what I've been doing, like having a pig nose but not pig ears and the eyes. I just noticed something very important. The black balls are different sizes. Holy shit. Which gives it a very strange look. We need a match here. Okay, there we go. I like the bigger one. You know, more of a pupil. Yeah, there we go. Although that looks deranged there. What's wrong with that? I think there's something wrong with the plastic. It's been damaged. Give me another one. No. That looks, yeah, something's wrong with that one. We're gonna just dispose of it. It's not like we're short. They're definitely, that one's got two. One bigger and one little tiny dot, like a floater. This is nuts. This is just so minion. Oh God. I could make a yellow and blue felt thing and just do one eye. No, that's got a floater. All right. All right, we'll use those two. After all, these are not the permanent ones for the photos. This is just because I have to see how it works and how it looks, and I have to play with the eyelashes. Yeah, those slide cutters are awesome. I'm catching up. All right, go on. Well, this is gooey. It won't dry right away, but it's gooey enough to hold this on while I decide placement. I guess Actually, that's about as good as it's going to get. All right, well, while that is setting, actually, okay, it's just like a snot coming out of this thing, just, ew. Okay, we got more than enough there. Let it get tacky. Now, I do remember with the old stuff, there was a tube of glue, fake eyelash glue. And I think you had to put it on and then let it get tacky before you could put it on. Yeah, I believe you're wearing false eyelashes. But, who do we do this for? Honestly. Now we say, well, we do this for the guys. But then you hear guys say, oh, I don't like waking up in the morning and finding the spiders on her pillow. It's like, what spiders? And it took a minute for me to realize what they were talking about. So we're going to give Toeblarina some hellaciously long spiders. Although I'm going to have to cut, of course I know that. Now the drag queens, and the purpose of this whole thing is to create a drag queen. The thing about it is the makeup that goes into making a drag queen. I'm not putting makeup on my toe. I think that this is already an extreme. But I just found out, thanks to our own Mr. Sater, that, come on, some of these drag queens are using, you know, like over a dozen pair of eyelashes stacked. And it's like, so, well, aren't that cute? It's a little sticky. I feel it. A little mustache. All right. Now, see, these down here look perfect. If I take the inner eyelashes, they seem like that's just the right length. So I'm going to save those for the photo shoot because I think they're already perfect without me having to mess with anything else. But we're going to, these are sections. And there's one. I have to make sure it's the right. It does look like a little spider. Ah, son of a gun. I can see why that guy would not want to wake up with that next to him. Ah! What the hell? Oh. It's your dumb lashes. My dumb lashes stuck to my fingers. All right. I practice on this before I have to practice on me. Wait a second. Stand up. Hey, don't you be losing those eyes. Get over there. I need to get some of your glue off. You're too gluey. No. Wrong angle. She looks pissed off. Come on, back up there. Take the whole line off. It's an eyelash, not an eyebrow. Okay. I'm just going to have to let this sit here and dry. Over, over, over. There. Now, don't keep moving. The pupil is very heavy, I guess, and it's making these move. So, there. You're perfect. Don't move. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah? I could use some of that. Who makes it? You put it on like mascara? Is that the deal? See, I have to have some color in my mascara now because although my lashes are generally pretty good, although I'm missing a couple on the lower here, I pulled them out accidentally and they never came back. My hair is turning white, so my eyelashes are good. Like they're bleached on the ends as they get, and as soon as I put mascara on, it's like, oh, look at that, you have eyelashes. Oh, really? Oh, that makes sense because you're doing it at the root. So you're feeding the root, right? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't do anything to dead hair because it's already dead. Is it something that you can get, like over the counter, or do you need a prescription? Well, these were less than $4, and it does not include an adhesive. Everyday wearable volume with superfine band technology, and I would have to say it is a really invisible line. I like that. So I got this because I thought $4. And for Toeblarina, this is fine. I've got a million lashes for something her size. I wasn't really thinking so much about me wearing them. Although it's like, wonder if I stuck a couple here. That might look kind of weird and maybe cool. So I did consider just playing with whatever I didn't use for Toeblarina. But so I don't know if this is a good price or not. It was under $4 for one pair. But others were in 2 and 3 and 4 pair, and though of course those prices corresponded, so it's like, what do I need this kind of a collection for? Okay. I can't wait until this is completely dry. Okay, one of the things that I brought up front, and we'll put the extra eyes away here for a minute. I brought my light table to the table. It's just not up here yet. Oh, that's what Okay, this is how alert I am. I should say, really, this is how the glasses keep disorienting me. Because I'm not seeing everything yet. Here I went and put this away. And I'm going, why can you touch this? What's the use of a box if you can touch it? And then I thought, well, I guess it makes you aware that these are round. It's like, well, no, because you didn't see the part that's supposed to go back on. Like, yeah, okay, blind lady. But I did get a new prescription. I just have to get to the eyeglass place and deliver it. Also, I've got to find out how much that's going to cost. Because every time you do this, you know, insurance is only going to do so much. And the budget is only going to allow so much. So we'll have to see. But I'm definitely getting one more pair because only being able to see really close or far away is just, yeah, it's a very strange feeling. But I am loving taking a shower, being able to see my own feet for the first time in, well, most of my life. Certainly the first time in 60 years. So it's kind of a rush. Look down and I can see my own Toeblarinas. So what I'm going to do is we've got the two colors. Where's the other? I disappeared. Oh, there it is. I am going to get the thread that matches this. Hold on a sec. Ah, okay. Walmart has an $8 kind. I will try it because if one company has it, odds are another company is making a dupe on it. And they also get the stuff from the same places. So it's a worthy gamble. Odds are it'll be very much, or possibly, well, almost exactly like what you just paid a fortune for before. I've been watching some influencers. But also it was like a good one segment I saw from Johnny something, I can't remember his name. He works at a Sephora, what is it, Sephora? I've just blanked on the name. You see the fancy storefronts in cities. Sephora, that's it. So he works at Sephora and he does comparisons and tests and all that stuff because that's what influencers do. But he's very funny, so I like him. And he was showing, he was just a good reminder that when you go, anything you want, you know, if it comes out here, there's someone who made that product. And when they invent something, they have another company make it for them most frequently for mass production, just like soap. Every soap that you see on like Walmart shelves is made, almost every one of them was made by the same exact company. And one of those companies, by the way, is in Rhode Island. It's a huge company, and they make soap for everyone, like Dove and that oh god, Brunner's soaps, the ones that are like made with organic materials and stuff, have been around forever. The liquid soaps, they will send. They're one of the exceptions where they send their own herbs in. They send some of their stuff in to be processed for their soap. But most others, it's like, here's the soap formula, just go ahead and knock it out, baby. It's usually the same stuff. Comes from the same places. When I was making soap, I learned a lot about the stuff that goes in soap. And in my researching also came down to like, okay, well, who else uses this? And why does everybody use that and not that? You know, so I mean, I was getting my questions answered, but I got a lot of questions answered by actually just going to this soap company's website where they show how soap is made. And they also have a list of people they make soap for. So it was quite an education. We think the companies are all different, but they're not. I've got to sit there for a minute. Watch all of these blues, and I won't have anything to match. I will get out the other bag, but actually we can make this work. We've got a dark blue for that. That'll work. But what about this beautiful? It shouldn't be that. I need my other box. My poor aloes are really in need of soil. This poor thing. This was its baby. This was its baby, and now the baby is like going crazy, and we have another baby and another baby. It's a very happy plant, except that it really needs a bigger pot and some good soil. Okay, we're getting there. Stay. Okay. The blues. What do we have in the blues? Oh, wait a minute, don't do that. That's balancing act. Bad girl, bad. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. So what's this under here? That's a beautiful blue, but it is not this blue. Well, yes it is, actually. With enough light behind it, it is that blue. All right. Back you go. And back you all go. Back you go. And this goes here. Wait, what happened to my chat? Come back here. Okay, I didn't lose anything. Yeah. Privacy. We're good. You leave your channel for 2 seconds and it starts letting you know. I don't need my streaming tips, thank you. I think I kind of got it. Anyway. So, let's see. All right, little skein. I think we got the right end. We never know until it's too late. Like that. You see this. Come on. Need a little winding of thread song. Here I am winding thread. I could wind until I have more thread. And I just went in the wrong direction. That's not working there. We're getting there. All this for about 4 inches. Well, I'm going to make it longer. I'm making this for a man. Ta-da! Okay, and I don't even have to do this one. It's already done. Okay, so the idea and the reason for this is that we're going to put a big piece. Hey, Charlie, where have I been? I had a very, very long day yesterday, and I was exhausted, so I couldn't go on. I didn't get done with stuff until in the early evening, and by then I just wanted to talk to my friend on Skype. So that's what happened yesterday. What about you? You do make me feel wanted, Charlie. I will tell you that when you say that. Oh my God, where have you been? It's like, something dramatic happened. It's only been a day. Oh, I know, because the other one, the night before was too late for you. That's why you didn't know about it. I did a stream, but it was on Twitch, and it was late, and it was my show and tell. So it's in the archives if you feel like going over to Twitch, but here, we're here. It was showing all the stuff I got at the store that day before I passed out. I only had 4 hours sleep, so I was really exhausted, and I had to run around all day, and it was election day and shopping day on the old lady bus, and, you know, not everything was exactly how I would do it myself if I was on my own. But when you're relying on buses and things, you have to go with other people's schedules. So that's the short and long of it. My big announcement was I got Toeblarina some googly eyes and eyelashes. I'm going to make a drag queen costume for her. And no, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. But it's going to be sparkly. And there's going to be a lot of eyelashes involved. Yeah, right? Oh, I was not expecting a red wave. I was not expecting a red wave at all. But everything is in the balance over the next few days. God, even thinking about it makes me want to eat a gummy. Okay. That's probably why I didn't fall back to sleep this morning. Oh no, lots is happening, and a lot has yet to happen. But there's no reason to get overexcited at the moment, you know. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing more is going to happen today. There's, I forget which state it is. They have till Saturday to finish counting the mail-in ballots. So that's, I think that's to incorporate military, you know, people overseas who have to mail in their ballots, which is what mail-in ballots were invented for, people. Because we've always had someone overseas somewhere. Okay. Well, what happened with your Portuguese presentation today? Because you had that dismal 9/11 cartoon that you were supposed to critique. What happened? Viol vanto no. Although I may have to resonate for the story. I think we're going to use the light table. But first, we need to put some medium on it to plasticize it. And it works really good as glue, too. Ouch. Oh, my little rice paper flower layer. Don't go anywhere. Get back. Thank you. That's enough. We don't need a lot. Excuse me. Okay. The big laugh opener, though. Yeah? No, that's true. If you can get them laughing just to start, you should have won. But how did it go with the teacher? Anyway, I'm wondering what your critique was, because that was a bitch of an assignment. I would not have liked it either. And I usually viewed my assignments as worthy challenges. Well, not always worthy, but I liked my school work. If I felt like I was learning something. Okay. And it's sparkling on the other side. Just what I wanted you to do. Okay, critique was, that was my critique. Oh, please don't Forrest Gump me. Oh, okay. Well, how did you get him to laugh? It certainly wasn't nothing. It wasn't anything new, but I thought that was her point. She took something from a long time ago and brought it back. She should have done it in September instead of on Veterans Day. Well, America celebrates Veterans Day on the 11th, November 11th. Oh, fantastic! Congratulations. That's awesome, Charlie. No, you should be proud of what you got. That's not throwing shade. And getting a lower grade doesn't make someone illiterate, but you obviously are shining in your English class. Well, make your shade sunglasses. There's enough. There is so much ill will going around right now. I think it behooves all of us to bring out the best in ourselves and try to bring out the best in each other. Because I know I can be a raging bitch if somebody gets on my wrong side, which actually only discovered in the last couple of years. I have always been extremely successful at suppressing emotional outbursts or even expressions on my face if I chose to. And then during COVID, I snapped. Something in me snapped, tore that stranger a new asshole for talking about how everybody was going to die because they were getting vaccinated and chipped. And it's like, I told her to shut the fuck up. I've never, ever spoken to a stranger like that, even ones I was confronting over the stuff that they were spewing from soapboxes, because ignorance annoys me, and it has always. But I've always been polite about it, and usually if I have to defend myself, I do it with a smile. Even if it's not my most sincere smile, most of it is like, it's okay, you have your opinion, just fuck off with it, because I'm not going to change mine because you are rabid about yours. So I used to be real good and polite, and lately it's like it doesn't take that much. It's like I'm a gasoline keg and they're the match. You know what I mean? And I do not like this about myself. It's not. I'm chuckling at times because it's so opposite of what I've always been. Usually if I have something to say that is that important, I feel needs to get out there, I put it in writing. I'll write it all out. But just spewing, that's not been my style. And suddenly it is. I'm thinking of getting into politics. Hold on. Scroll up, I explained the laugh. Big laugh number, can't top that. My critique was, as my critique does, it was about how the cartoon was generic and nothing new. Whatever, I'm done with that. I had a 19.4 out of 20 on my English test. I explained the laugh. So yeah, no shade to all the litter. Blah, blah, blah. Scroll up, it does behoove. Before that, oh, hold on. Oops, big elections, red wave. Oh no, I see salutations. Oh my lord, where have you been? It's only been a day. You are, perhaps. Big elections, red wave who? Let's go. All right. So, yeah, nothing happened because stuff doesn't happen in my life. I did see that before. I did Portuguese presentation today and the rest was meh. Big laugh and opener though. Can't top that. My critique was, where's the explanation? The huge one, hello. Oh, yes, I know I did not get it. Clearly, I somehow managed to miss it. And I appreciate you pointing it out to me. You type, I will stop talking, and I'll be right back because I think it's time to resonate. What do you think, Link? Resonation time. Come on. I gotta let this dry a little bit before I do the other side, so I'll res up and I'll be right back. Charlie, I did send it again. I did send it again. Oh my god. Where did you send it? Am I supposed to be seeing something? Was it? It says it's fine. I am not seeing anything. Is it supposed to be my other screen? Hold on. I am looking, instead of going, my cartoon is named Anniversary. Oh, wait a second. Hell class. My cartoon is named Anniversary. I'm looking at my big screen because it's not showing on my YouTube chat on my phone. So let me see if something did not come over here because, yeah, you're saying something, but I'm not seeing it. I can't be that dense, can I? Maybe it's possible, but I just kind of doubt it. So wait a second. Scroll up. I don't see anything cancelled out by the mod. The huge one, hello. No. Oh god, okay. Keep typing, I'll be right back. God, Charlie, if this doesn't make sense, I'm coming to Portugal and slap you upside the head. I think it was right at the beginning when I messed up the order words. Oh. Got it. That's cute. Hell, class. My cartoon is named Anniversary. My anniversary. Right. My anniversary when everything fell apart. Well, well, that's okay because sometimes that turns out to be the absolute best. Yep, you are. It's all this online shit you do. Having to be, fast with the repartee. I'm glad that you brought the house down. It's always, it almost always means better for your results. But what did the teacher have to say? Because she's the one that does the grading. Am I right or wrong? Does the applause indicate a better grade like it does on some TV shows? Oh my God, was anybody hurt? She thought I did too much of an exposition of that and a critique, which I disagree with. Well, I'm not surprised that you disagree. But I don't know how the hell you would critique that in the first place. I really think that was kind of... Well, what did other people... They had the same damn cartoon. What did other people have to say about it? What did you think of their responses? Because I don't know what I would have made of that. That particular one is like... I don't know, maybe because I was there at the time it happened. It just seems to me like... First of all, a real downer. And it didn't happen in your country, so that also kind of removes it from feeling personal. There is a difference when you're observing things in other countries versus when your own country has to deal with something. So the feelings are different. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you did? She gave you that one on purpose? And nobody else? What did you think of theirs? Did they get better Well, I think anything would have been a better cartoon than one on 9/11. And not even on 9/11. I mean, it's November. Oh, I see. Damn. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Now that's a little different then, isn't it? She wasn't just being like, Charlie, he's a comedian, I'll give him this one. I am glad that you still have that kind of confidence. Hold on to it. It will definitely reek of you. Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Boring or lively, it's you. Yes, you is enough. Why can't it be easily explained? Of course it can be easily explained. By your last statement, me is enough. You're unique, just like everybody else. No, nobody can be like you. That's the whole point of being a human. You have this body and this brain once in this time frame. That's it. When you are done with this body, you are done with this body, and then you go home. If you come back here, it's with a whole new body and no memory of your previous existence. So while you're here, lap it up. Make the best of it. It's your only chance in this body. Your hands feeling the way they feel things. Your body feeling the way it feels things. You looking like you do in the mirror. It's once. And it's just uniquely you. So, yeah, you gotta honor that. You are born with potential. And what you do with it is up to you. There it is. All right, this is next on the office supply list. I need a new one of these. It's got to be heavy enough so I can't keep yanking it off the table. I've had the same one since 1983, I think. Or at least 1986. And it's just, I've worn out this enough so I can't count on it breaking. Also, I can see where it's been like, I've dropped it. Anyway, yeah, I've got to replace that. What else? So what else? What else? Funny you should ask. I don't know. Oh, I'm baking a cake tonight to give away tomorrow morning to the community to help entice people out of their room and do things with the other people here. Yes, a big cake. At least 12 slices. Oh, see, that's what you didn't see, Charlie. This was my big thing. I went on the air to show that. Hold on. I will show you. Oh, what a lovely fragrance. This is my prize of the day because I wanted this, and on Amazon it's $37, and I found it in Walmart for $21. Where's my mousey? Oh, my mousey is over there. I got the wrong screen on and I cannot see. Tomorrow I got gym class, hoping it's gonna rain. Oh, here's a funny bit if I was a chameleon. Alright. I'll take your word. Charlie. My pan. The pan I've waited 5 years to buy. I want you to appreciate it. Because tonight it gets filled with spice cake. If I were a comedian, hey, da da dee 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 dee, da 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 da. And do 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 do. I don't know, you can get a better punchline, but that actually happened. Well, what's the bit? For fuck's sake. Find your own racket, Jack? Too bad. Find your racket. Find your own racket, Jack. What are you talking about? Is that for the school gym you're hoping not to go to? The racket part? I'm sorry. Please, you know I don't like him. It's raining tomorrow. That's cute. How would I know? You tell me. That's true, there was not. But one must update things because in his current comedy stuff, I'm sure there is. I can't imagine him doing any kind of comedy right now about relationships and women without coming up with online dating. You know, that basically demands a comment. Okay, we don't want... Now I need the stapler, which has a magic pencil sharpener. I knew I should have picked one up while I was at Michael's. I looked right at pencil sharpeners and thought about the one in the stapler and thought of how often do I need to sharpen a pencil really? I'll just use that one. I should have bought a little sharpener. Well, you're a modern Seinfeld then. Although I did think George was funnier. So strange. A strange thing to do. A stapler and a sharpener. And the stapler sits like this. And the sharpener goes through its back end like this. I think I just realized how this was invented. We really need to get these incels out. Okay. Google tells me it's going to be the sunniest, driest day tomorrow. But who knows? It changes all the time. Well, here in New England, we turn to Mark Twain. Mark Twain said, if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. That's New England. Now, see, if this had just been plain paper, I couldn't have pulled that tape off this. This is mulberry / rice paper / super fragile. Okay. Lato will be inside of that. Wait, so hold on a second. Who knows? Real time, as I was saying, it was going to rain less and less last week. Ah. What do you mean it gets compensated? Are you being sarcastic with, I'm going to run, yay? You have to go to gym, there's not going to be any rain, huh? Aw, Jesus Christ. You're just asking for misery, man. You're couching things in a term of negative expectation, and the universe always satisfies. So you've got to get used to asking for what you really want by expressing what you really desire rather than what you fear or are trying to resign yourself to so you're not disappointed. Huh. Well, it's not one of my favorite things. Also, running is bad for you. No, I'm sorry. Running is good for you. Jogging is bad for you. Alrighty. The delicate process begins. Eyes. Damn it, come on. wrong place. This is not easy to do. A little better. Okay. Okay, now I want to make these closer to the same size. Okay, now this is actually being made for a man's toe. A manly man, I think. Toeblarina and her new eyelashes. And there, hey X. Oh, thank you. Don't forget to report. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I was aiming for that triple X asshole. What? Did you go to that website? Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm reporting too to make sure. We don't fuck around with trolls. I think it must be a bot because it hits 3 times in a row. Just handle them like we always have handled them in the old days, right? Okay. Okay, so get this. Tell me something new. Ooh. I think we need to first add more of this because it's wrong. And I have to go back and trim a little bit off. That's going to be really hard to do. I thought about doing this with an X-Acto knife, but the X-Acto knife kind of drags where I don't want it to drag. It's the paper. Let's kind of figure this out. Hey, come here. Hey, thank you. Now, this one, here, come here. While you dry over here, here, there. I'm going to do the first experiment here, make sure it works. So get this. My friends are planning for like the trip at the end of the 12th grade or whatever. A field trip. Oh, wow. And your grandma's house? Pourquoi? Not everybody gets to do those, but I think I know what you're talking about. It's like here, spring break, Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Virginia Beach. Well, where is well, that's the whole idea of a wonderful trip at the end of the year, right? You get to do cool shit, do something neat. And if it happens to be a place you're already familiar with, I don't see any problem with that. I mean, do you? It's really a matter, do you want to do it with your classmates or not, right? Seniors trip? I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't do that. I didn't graduate with my class. And my class that year was so apathetic, they had no graduation ceremony. Basically, all the graduates didn't show up to graduate. It was, the hippie days. And everything was a protest. Well, not everything. It was a high school. But no, we didn't do that. In fact, I don't remember even holiday breaks other than, well, I don't know. I didn't have the normal life, Charlie. So, my perspective as a 12th grader, limited to the studies, and mostly limited to studies. Oh yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Maybe. You left out an N. I don't know. If there's stuff to do, then you know your friends group better than I could possibly ever know them, right? So you think they'd be interested in what's around her house? And is your grandmother's house open to that many kids? Yeah, well, that could be interesting. If it's in a town where there's fun stuff to do, I think that's a great idea. All right, just stay there for the moment. I have to manipulate you after you're dry. Oh, yeah, I guess you do have to consult the family that would be involved with that. Although I can imagine your parents might prefer that to you going to Barcelona. My niece enjoyed it there up to a point, but she went there for business, and she said she was just surprised and dismayed about a couple of its features, like not a great sewer system, apparently. Some things that made me go, how badly do I really want to see Barcelona? Because, Gaudi's work has always spoken to me, and I felt like a kinship with him because my brain designs a lot of stuff that's very much like what Gaudi did with his mosaics and tiles and sculptures, the big outdoor ones. And that's something I would love to be able to express. And I did plan on a couple of them, 3 of them actually, big projects. But I could not get my husband to back me in any fucking way for that kind of a project. So it was another one of those big dreams that, well, you gotta walk away from that and come up with another. No, I know your parents wouldn't be allowed, but I'm sure your parents would prefer that you go into a place that they already know you're a little familiar with, and they're not sending you off to another country. Also be cheaper. And most parents would appreciate that aspect of it right there. Well, you can always appeal to them, but again, you got to run it by your friends and see if they're interested before you even bring it up to your parents, right? I mean, you got to have to talk to at least one of them to see how they feel it out, and then if it looks like, wow, yeah, that'd be a great idea, then you can take the chance of bringing it up to your parents. I probably wouldn't bring it up to them until I had an idea like, well, am I going to go through a bunch of moaning and carrying on about my request and then turn out my friends don't want to go anyway? Or should I find out if they're even interested before I go ahead and put my head on the chopping block with my mother? Oh, I see. Developing. Ah, okay. Well, all that makes sense, sweetie. Oh yeah? Wait. Feb guy, that's the guy, right? Not this other guy that you think is cute? Kinda. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. You see people more realistically when the emotion simmers down a little. Okay. Well, we got it tacked down. It's a start. All right, just stay there. You must stay. Well, it can be also that your taste is changing, which is also normal. Okay. This is almost done. The prototype is almost done. Then the second one is getting closer. He's too big still. Well, actually, that's pretty normal, Charlie. That's why I tell people, you can't discover new shores as long as you're keeping one foot on the ground. I mean, you can't get off. You can't go on a boat, etc. I forgot the exact proverb, but you can't fall in love with another person or a new person unless you let go of the person you're holding on to in your head. When people used to come to me for card readings, the prophetic kind, They would want to know who their future mate was going to be, or what he looked like, or what she looked like. And it's like, I can't tell you what they look like because I can just go by the coloration on the card, and that's a traditional thing. So, but what if you're not going to meet somebody with red hair? You're going to meet somebody with brown hair. And that's the person you're going to fall for. You'll be distracted. You'll ignore them. You'll think it can't be right because you're listening to a freaking card reading instead of your heart. And you're not reacting in the moment. So don't be looking for those kinds of things. Instead, think about the kind of person you'd like to meet up with, or share time with, or do something with. You know, so we have more than one friend because we'd like to do different things with different people. Because one person doesn't fill every need in our lives, even if we find the perfect mate, and we do spend and want to spend most of our time with them. We still need other people to talk with, to play with. You need that, more of a tribal thing. It's not just about one person. Yeah. So what have you found that you are like super into? Do you do like repeat things over and over when you like them? Or do you like listen to a whole album, or just the one song you found that you liked? Yeah? Which is it? Oh, excuse me. I cannot be getting tired. Oh, it's 4:15. I wouldn't know. Oh, I see. You're probably right. This is too cute. Now, how am I going to present it? I am going to have to hook up and try and get my printer going again. I need to be able to make little cards, I guess. Or a card. Well, I just need to put a little bit more of this on it. Make sure it sticks really, really well, even under duress. Just in case the person who gets this really wants to put it on. Dmitri Shostakovich. I don't like chaotic music. That's why I don't like unstructured jazz at all. It sets my nerve endings on fire. I will get up and leave a room where it's playing. Because It's a nervous system thing. Can't put this on a card, like a piece of jewelry, like a necklace. Is it a band, a single instrument, a singer? Oh, a pianist. So what did Dmitri compose? What is the name of the album? Man, this just seems so frail. I think I'll coat it again. I'm going to have to cut this. I need it to be sturdy. Well, I am so glad that my friends and family didn't seem to suffer from what hit Florida today. It hit overnight, and my sister down near Miami was talking about heavy winds, and then my friend who was not anywhere near Miami, they got hit with, they lost water for the morning, but not power. So that was a good thing. It came back on, they're okay. I do worry for them though as the storms get stronger. Jazz Suites. Yeah, no wonder I didn't hear him. Shostakovich. Tahiti Trot. That does sound fun. Is it? Yeah, I don't like jazz, generally speaking. I mean, I've liked some jazz-y things, but I do not like, I'm not going to sit down and listen to jazz the way you do. I have tried to develop an appreciation for it. I understand what they're getting at, but I'm not into it. I'm too melodically inclined. Almost done. Where I can cut it. I'm all out of tea. So, Charlie, how long have I been on? I lost track of the time today. The last 2 days have been so busy and so tiring. Yeah, I'm not all here. And I have to bake a cake tonight for tomorrow morning. So I'm not going to be doing this late. Excuse me, tonight. But then tomorrow, after the morning thing, I'll have lunch and then we'll be on for the majority of the day. Unless somebody wants to Skype with me or something, you know, then that would be different. Two hours. That's what we used to keep the show at. 2 hours max. Oh no, I used to go over half an hour. Hold that up. I still think that's freaking hilarious. False eyelashes for Toeblarina. Although it might be funnier without the googly eyes. It'll just be eyelashes. I love silly things. So, okay, so who's here? Oink, Charlie. Who else is sitting in? And when you see me like going like this, I'm looking at the chat, which happens to be on the phone. So if you're just tuning in and I'm looking like this, and why am I not looking at the camera? I keep forgetting because I'm trying to read. And I need my glasses to read. But I'm still not able to read well, which is why I'm asking people to type in all caps. You're not shouting, it's to help my blindness. So, my cake, I'm making a spice cake, and I never just use a mix because that's just the minimum you could do, and that's a dull cake. I always add extra stuff, use 3 eggs instead of 2 kind of thing, use a good oil, use milk instead of water. So, I also have an apple that I'm going to cut up and put into this spice cake. But the spices, I am thinking of doing a little different, and I'm hoping it won't upset anybody to do something a little different. But then again, you know, I'm dealing with people, a lot of them are old. Maybe I shouldn't. I was thinking of doing, since it's spice, it might be interesting to throw in a little chipotle, a little chili in there, ground chili, give it a little perk. Because that's a cool thing to do with chocolate, but I'm not doing chocolate, although I might do it in the frosting. But I will be adding some spices. So one of the things I want to do is actually mix up some spice blends before I put them into the cake mix to make sure everything goes well. Because even though it's called spice cake, I haven't seen very much in terms of what kind of spice aside from cinnamon. So it's going to be dull unless I add something like a little cardamom or nutmeg, a little extra cinnamon. So what I'm going to do is go online to imagine that, YouTube, and look up some spice cake recipes that are made by gourmets. See what they suggest for their spices and also quantities. So let's take, oh, this has been wrapped for so long. It's curly. Okay. How do we look here? It looks like my glasses must be filthy, and they are. Jeez. No wonder I'm blind. I'm gonna need actual, like, dishes, just soap to clean those. Yeah. I have to have them at least partly. Hey, don't go anywhere. The knot is still too big. So, what's next on your list for tonight, Bed? You haven't mentioned your homework. At least you don't have to worry about English. a hard time. Oh, today, I guess people were finally getting them out in the open. I saw like a whole bunch of doorbell videos from Halloween. And there was the heartwarming where a little boy, actually a couple little kids, put candy back into an empty bowl so that other kids coming up behind him would have something to get. It's like, now that is a cool kid. And then you see more than one adult going there and stealing everything, emptying the bowls into their bags and just taking it all. It's like, oh, you know, I see teenagers who would do that. Kids would do that, but full-grown adult with kids there, it's like, oh, that is a scummy thing to do. And one person who really was going at it, they got the person. I think they arrested the person for stealing all the shit. It's like, good. Like, how do you justify that as an adult? Oh, they're giving it away. What does it matter if I take it all? Those kids get enough candy at other houses. I mean, how do you talk yourself into doing something so low? Stealing children's candy. Or candy meant for children. It's just, wow, lady. The kind of thing I would expect from hooligan teenage boys back when I was a teenager. But I never would expect that from a parent. Oh, the trajectory of that's off. That's no good. That will not wear well. It'll be like a Dilbert tie, always going off somewhere else. Zzz, 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 all that work. What do we have? All right, how far can we go? I think the diverges weight like right away. It's the further out you carry it, the worse it gets. So if I cut it short, maybe, or no. That's about as far as we can go. Okay. Thank you, Toeblarina model. Where'd that other string go? I will find it. Probably find it down my bra later. Uh-oh. Well, that sounded like it stopped here. All right. Gonna have to leave that for tomorrow. Time for me to say good night to all of you. From Toeblarina to I don't know what else to do. Though I like hanging out with you. Okay, let's see. How does this come out? Let's tie it on for size. Hey. Well, there it is. The toe tie. And the light is so bad now because it's night-ish. This will look cooler in the morning. But we're going to revise this. This is our prototype. We're going to check this out, see what I screwed up, and try again tomorrow. But tonight, I have a cake to bake and dinner to eat. Whatever. All right, darlings. You have a wonderful night. Feel good. Good luck tomorrow running, Charlie. Likeness. If you're out there in TV land. Darling. All right, guys. I see you in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. I'll see you in the afternoon. I'll see you after I color in some kind of Thanksgiving design with the old ladies and men, if we can get any men involved. But we're going to try to get the old ladies involved, and the cake will help entice them. So they said. Maybe they're just enticing me into making a cake. See you tomorrow. Bye. Have a great